Alright, so let us start our today's class. In our previous video, we have studied section 3.2, something like that. 3.2.2, that was about magnetic field at a point along the equatorial line due to a magnetic dipole or bar magnet. Okay, so we have seen two terms. Okay, to find magnetic field on axial line and on equatorial line. Okay, so in our today's video, we will start section 3.3, that is torque acting on a bar magnet in uniform magnetic field. Okay, suppose we have a uniform magnetic field, okay, something like this, and we keep a bar magnet, okay, in this magnetic field. It will experience a torque. Okay, then what will be the magnitude and direction of the torque? We will see here. The same thing we have seen when we were studying electrostat. Okay, there we have seen that when we have a uniform electric field, okay, and we have a dipole, okay, then how much torque is experienced there. Okay, so this will be the topic 3.3 will be same with regard to magnetism. Okay, if you compare the formulae for electrostat as magnetism, okay, it will be same in comparison. Okay, so let us start our today's video. All right, consider a magnet of length 2L of pole strength Qm kept in a uniform magnetic field B as shown in figure 3.19. okay, so here in this figure 3.19 we can see that we have a uniform magnetic field. The magnetic field lines are going from north to south. Okay, and here we have a bar magnet whose pole length, okay, is 2L, or whose magnetic length is 2L. Okay, I already have shared you in the previous video that geometric length and magnetic length are two different quantities. Okay, end to end is called as geometric length and pole to pole is called as magnetic length. Okay, here we have magnetic field B. Okay, then the length from north to south pole is 2L. Okay, and as you can see here, this into the left hand side is the north pole, and because of this the north pole of the bar magnet will be repelled, but the south pole of the bar magnet will be attracted. Okay, that is why here the symbol of force is also given. Okay, so let me change the color of pen for clear visualization. Just a moment. Okay, so here you can see this force, okay, is towards right hand side, means from left to right, and here this is because of attractive force. So this force, okay, force at south pole is towards left hand side, south to left or south to north. Okay, so this is all about the configuration of how the bar magnet is kept in a uniform magnetic field. Okay, just a moment, let me erase these things. All right, so here force acting on north pole is given by Qm into B, and force acting on south pole, okay, is given by Qm into B. Why? Because the pole strength, okay, at north pole and south poles of any bar magnet is equal. Okay, always. Okay, fine. Now coming forward, each pole experiences a force of magnitude Qm into B but acts in opposite direction. Okay, why? Because north pole of the bar magnet will be repelled and south pole of the bar magnet will be attracted. Therefore, the net force experienced on the magnet is zero, so that there is no translatory motion. All right. Translatory motion means when an object moves forward, and rotatory motion means when it rotates. Okay, so here because of force we get translatory motion, and because of torque we get rotatory motion. Okay, as you have studied in standard 11th physics, okay, that linear motion and angular motion or circular motion, same thing is here. Okay, fine. These two forces constitute a couple, okay, about midpoint of bar magnet. Okay, couple, you know very well that if we have two forces acting at two different points of an object, okay, equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, then because of that the object starts rotating, okay, and this creates torque, okay, which will rotate and try to align the direction of magnetic field B, okay. The force experienced at North Pole is equal to Qm into V, magnetic field into magnitude of the force, okay, pole strength into magnetic field, that Qm is pole strength and V is the magnetic field. Alright, then likewise force experienced on the South Pole Fs, vector Fs is equal to minus Qm into V, okay. Here in equation 3.23 and equation 3.24 the magnitude is same but the direction is opposite to each other. Adding both these equations we get net force is equal to 0, that is Fn plus Fs is equal to 0, okay. This implies that the net force acting on the dipole is 0 but forms a couple which tends to rotate the bar magnet clockwise in order to align it with V. Align it with V means the magnetic field lines, okay, the bar magnet will come to the magnetic field lines directions, okay. The moment of force or torque experienced by north and south poles about point O is given by torque tau is equal to On cross Fn plus Os cross Fs, okay. Torque is equal to force into force arm, okay. So we will have force that is Fn into force arm that is On, okay. That is the distance from the center, force into On into force into Os, okay. So torque is equal to vector On cross QMB plus vector Os cross minus QMB. By using right hand corkscrew rule, okay, about right hand corkscrew rule we already have seen in unit 2, okay, we conclude that the total torque is pointing into the paper, okay. Into the paper means the direction of torque will be going inside the paper, okay. Since the magnitudes of vector On is equal to vector Os is equal to L, the length is L, and magnitude of QMB is equal to magnitude of minus QMB, okay. The magnitude of total torque about point O is equal to L into QMB sin theta plus L into QMB sin theta, that is equal to 2L QMB sin theta, and QM into 2L is equal to PM, so we can write torque is equal to PM into B sin theta, and in vector form it is equal to vector Pm cross B, okay. Because of sin theta it shows it is a cross product, okay, and also cross product means it is a vector quantity. Alright, now let us see one example 3.7, a numerical sum to find out total torque, okay. Since the time period of oscillation when bar magnet is kept in a uniform magnetic field T is equal to 2 pi root 1 by PMB in second, sorry, I, it is not 1, it is I, where I represents moment of inertia of the bar magnet PM, is the magnetic moment and is the magnetic field, okay. PM is magnetic moment or the magnetic field, okay. So let us see what is given here, okay, because a lot of terms here are related to 11th physics, so I hope you must have remembered all the things which you have studied in class 11, okay. When you write your JEE exam or NET exam, okay, there in physics or chemistry the questions will be related to 11th and 12th both, and there will be some questions which you will see that the concepts of 11th and 12th both are intermixed in same question, okay. So if you don't understand the concept very well in depth, okay, you will not be able to find out the values to solve the questions. And also for any constant terms like mu naught value, k value, pi value, e value, epsilon value, okay, all those things you have to memorize, okay. Those values will not be given in the questions, okay. So if you dream big to become an IITian or become a doctor, okay, to get qualified in NET exam, you have to work a lot, okay. I am also working for you to bring the things at one place. So keep watching Pratik Singh classes and all of your questions will be solved. And also if you want to ask any question, please type your question in the comment section. I will make a questionnaire on every Sunday and the best innovative question will get a reward. Okay, while typing the question, write your mention your name, place and school's name. Fine. Solution: the magnitude of deflecting torque, okay, that is the torque which makes the object to rotate, acting on the bar magnet, which will tend to align the bar magnet parallel to the direction of uniform magnetic field B, is given by tau, mod tau is equal to Pm B sin theta, and the magnitude of restoring torque acting on the bar magnet can be written as id 2 theta by dt square. Okay, under equilibrium conditions both magnitudes must be equal. Okay, so we can write I d2 theta by dt square is equal to minus Pm B sin theta. Why this minus Pm? Because both will be in opposite directions. Okay, so this is all about the question, that is example 3.7. all right, fine. Moving forward, do you know why a freely suspended bar magnet in your laboratory experiences only torque but not any translatory motion, even though Earth has non-uniform magnetic field? Okay, it is because in local level, when we select a very small area, as compared to the total surface area of the Earth, the area of your school is negligible. So in that situation, under that area, the magnetic field of the Earth is taken as uniform. Okay, so it is because Earth's magnetic field is locally uniform. Okay, suppose we keep a freely suspended bar magnet in a non-uniform magnetic field, what will happen? Okay, so in that situation the bar magnet will have two motions. Okay, one is translatory motion and the other is rotational motion. Okay, both will happen on the magnet, on the bar magnet. Okay, fine. Okay, so here in this equation, in this one, that I d2 theta by dt is equal to minus Pm d sin theta, the negative sign implies that both are in opposite directions, and the above equation can be rewritten as d2 theta by dt square is equal to minus Pm B by I into sin theta. Okay, this is non-linear second order homogeneous differential equation. Okay, if you are from pure science group, okay, means if you haven't mathematics in your quorum, okay, it is difficult for you because it is from mathematics, integration and differentiations. Okay, but for those students who have mathematics, they know very well what is the meaning of second order equation, or what is the meaning of homogeneous equation, linear or non-linear equations, like that. Okay, when it comes to sin theta, it will become non-linear equation. Okay, because you know very well the graph of sin theta is something like this. Okay, and let me mention you the graph of cos theta will something like this. Okay, fine. So not going to the mathematical part here. Okay, let us see just the physics part and try to solve the question. Okay, in order to make it linear, we use a small angle approximation as we have done in standard 11th. Okay, means here sin theta is kept as much smaller as possible. So in that situation, this equation will become linear. For smaller values, sin theta tends to theta. Okay, so for in that situation, we will have d2 theta by dt square is equal to minus Pm B by I into theta. Okay, because you know very well that limit, okay, sin theta where theta tends to 0 degree, okay, is equal to theta. Okay, means when theta is very small, in that situation we have sin theta is equal to theta. Okay, the linear second order homogeneous differential equation is a simple harmonic differential equation. Okay, so therefore we can write, okay, comparing this with SHM. Okay, we know very well that d2x by dt square is equal to minus omega square x, where omega is the angular frequency. Okay, then omega square is equal to pm b by I, or omega is equal to root pm b by I, or time period t is equal to 2 pi root I by pm b. Okay, that is 2 pi root I by pm into bh in seconds. Okay, where bh is the Earth's horizontal magnetic component, okay, of magnetic field. All right. Okay, so this is all about example 3.7. In next video we will study about section 3.3.1, that is potential energy of a bar magnet in a uniform magnetic field. All right. Okay, and here we have a lot of new things to learn, okay, which is also correlated to the previous one. Okay, then we will have tangent law and tangent galvanometer, and then we will have the end of the lesson. Okay, and some before that we will have some practical theory also. Okay, means the theories which is related to your practical examinations. Okay, so I request you all to please ask your doubts, okay, in the comment section of this video, and if I will get any other question very innovative, okay, the student will get a goodie, okay, or a reward, okay, for real. And also while you are writing any doubt, okay, any question, any query, okay, please mention your name, your place of living, and your school's name, okay, so that I can mention in the questionnaire video. Okay, all the questionnaire videos will be done on Sundays, okay, and will be live after 2 p.m. okay. So till my next video, take care of yourself, okay. Do watch Pratik Singh classes, all the things at one place. Okay, bye bye.